The coin shown in the image appears to be a 1993 Lincoln cent from the United States, commonly known as a Lincoln penny. This coin features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design that has been used on U.S. 1-cent coins since 1909. The portrait was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse design includes the "In God We Trust" along the top rim, "Liberty" to the left of Lincoln's profile, and the date, 1993, to the right. If you look closely at the lower edge of the portrait, you may also see the small initials, VDB, representing the designer's name. The Lincoln cent was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic representation of liberty, marking an important change in American coinage history. By 1993, the composition of the Lincoln cent had already undergone significant changes compared to its early years. From 1909 to 1982, most Lincoln cents were made primarily of copper, with a small amount of tin and zinc. However, due to the rising cost of copper, the United States Mint changed the composition in mid-1982 to a zinc core with a thin outer plating of copper. Therefore, the 1993 Lincoln cent is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This gives the coin its familiar copper color while keeping production costs lower. The coin weighs approximately 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Because of the zinc core, these modern cents can sometimes develop bubbling, corrosion, or surface damage if the copper plating is compromised. The reverse design of the 1993 Lincoln cent, which is not shown in your image, would feature the Lincoln Memorial. This design was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier Wheatier's reverse that had been used from 1909 to 1958. The Lincoln Memorial reverse was designed by Frank Gasparo, whose initials, FG, can be found near the base of the memorial. The reverse includes the United States of America, 1 cent, and the motto, E Pluribus Unum. One interesting detail about the Lincoln Memorial design is that if you look very closely, you can see a tiny representation of the seated statue of Abraham Lincoln inside the memorial building, making it one of the few coins to depict the same person on both sides. In terms of minting, 1993 Lincoln cents were produced at 3 different United States Mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically have no mint mark, those from Denver have a small D mint mark below the date, and those from San Francisco bear an S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins in 1993, which were specially made for collectors using polished dies and planchettes to create a mirror-like background and sharp details. The total mintage for 1993 cents was in the billions, making them very common in circulation. Because of this high production number, most 1993 Lincoln cents found in everyday change are worth only their face value of 1 cent, unless they are in exceptional uncirculated condition or have a rare mint error. When it comes to value, the condition of the coin plays a major role. A circulated 1993 Lincoln cent, like the one shown in your image, typically has wear on Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat, as well as possible discoloration or small scratches. In average circulated condition, such a coin is generally worth only 1 cent. However, uncirculated examples in mint state condition, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services, can be worth a few dollars depending on eye appeal and luster. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint may also carry a small premium, particularly if they are deep cameo examples with strong contrast between the frosted design and mirror fields. Still, because 1993 is not considered a rare year for the Lincoln cent series, there is no significant collector demand compared to key dates like 1909 SVDB, 1914D, or 1955 double die. Collectors sometimes search 1993 Lincoln cents for mint errors, which can increase value significantly. Common errors to look for include double die varieties, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, and die cracks. While major errors are rare, minor die chips or small striking imperfections are occasionally found. Additionally, because the coin has a zinc core, damage such as plating blisters or bubbling is relatively common but does not add value. In fact, it often reduces collector interest. Coins with strong red color, known as red or road in grading terms, are more desirable than those that have turned brown over time. The color classification for copper-plated zinc cents usually falls into three categories: red RD, red-brown RB, and brown BN, with fully red examples commanding the highest premiums in high grades. Historically, the Lincoln cent is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. It has undergone several reverse design changes since 1993. In 2009, to commemorate the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the United States Mint released 4 different reverse designs representing stages of Lincoln's life: his birth and early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and his presidency in Washington, D.C. Then in 2010, the reverse design was permanently changed to the Union Shield, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the United States during the Civil War. Therefore, the 1993 Lincoln Memorial Cent belongs to the long-running memorial reverse era from 1959 to 2008. From a historical perspective, 1993 was a time of economic recovery in the United States following the early 1990s recession. Coins minted during this period reflect modern mass production techniques and high mintages, making them widely available. Unlike older coins made primarily of copper, modern cents like the 1993 version are not typically hoarded for metal value because the zinc content has little intrinsic worth. In fact, the metal value of the coin is usually less than its face value, and it is illegal to melt U.S. cents for their metal content for profit. In conclusion, the 1993 Lincoln cent is a common but historically significant coin that continues the long tradition of honoring Abraham Lincoln on American currency. While it may not be rare or highly valuable in circulated condition, it represents an important piece of everyday American history and coinage. For collectors, its value lies more in its condition, mint mark, and potential errors rather than in rarity. Even though it is just a 1-cent coin, it connects to over a century of numismatic history, from the original 1909 wheat cent to the modern shield reverse coins of today. If your coin is in average circulated condition, it is most likely worth 1 cent. But checking the mint mark and examining it closely for unusual features could always be worthwhile. If you enjoyed this detailed coin information, please like, share, and subscribe to Numis World USA for more amazing coin facts and values.